Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Well, the Pro Wrestling Show we have a special edition of the Pro Wrestling Show for the Raw Ring Report, where Cody Rhodes finally confronted John Cena for almost nearly 2 weeks. He finally gets his confrontation with Cena. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, a Texas Tornado tag team matchup, the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier taking on Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, as well as this a no holds barred match as Ludwig Kaiser taking on um um Penta. We'll see that match coming up as well. Speaking of women action, Dakota Kai taking on Ivy Nile 1-on-1, as well as Royal Rumble winner and #1 contender for the world title, Main Event Jey Uso taking on Austin Theory. His road to WrestleMania pathways continue, but we get things started with the confrontation between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. It starts right now here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Keith Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, oh man, what a special Pro Wrestling Show it was. We featured what was going down tonight here on the Raw Ring Report. Normally, when we do ring reports, we thinking it's be late in the night, but we're a little bit early, which is work for us, and we love it here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So let's not waste no time whatsoever right here, right now. We kick things off with this: John Cena. Everyone was questioning and wondering when John Cena was going to make his return after John Cena did the unthinkable a couple of weeks ago. He decided that he wanted to attack Cody Rhodes and lift Cody Rhodes down. We want to show you that too. What went down with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I mean, it was the turn of the century. It was so diabolical. We thought John Cena was out there to congratulate Cody that he was gonna get his shot at the WWE Championship and won that final run. John Cena did the unthinkable, turn on Cody Rhodes and attacking Cody Rhodes from behind and joining forces with The Rock and Travis Scott. I don't know what was that all about. John Cena sold out for real. He sold his soul, thinking that he was gonna main event WrestleMania one more time as the headliner. But John Cena decided to do business for himself and attack Cody Rhodes and left Cody Rhodes laying like that. We know Cody Rhodes was a little bit upset, angry, and mad that John Cena would do such a thing. He even came on the other day telling Cena that, hey, you're I want to see you next week. I heard you're coming. So bring your butt back to you know what? John Cena lit a fire under Cody that we haven't seen in a long time since last year WrestleMania. John Cena came out there to answer the critics. John Cena came out there with his usual attire. We thought he was gonna be in a different attire, new look, but a new attitude. Cena really John Cena's really doing the most, I would say. Cena decided to tell the fans that, hey, y'all are the reason I turned this way. I gave up. I don't want to do this no more. I want to do it on my own. John Cena was the epitome of hustle, lore, and respect, and never give up. But John Cena really told the WWE Universe that he really don't give a care. And Cody Rhodes came out there telling John Cena that he don't want this John Cena. He wants the old John Cena that he wants to face. And he told John Cena, you better find him underneath you know what. Cena throughout the whole entire promo, nearly 15 minutes of his promo, was getting booed, heckled, and you can think of. Cena really didn't care. Cena really turned the back when Cody Rhodes came out there. Cody Rhodes really showing John Cena. It's like they're putting out the old out with the old, in with the new. I think Cody Rhodes made it clear tonight that he's not trying to replace John Cena. That WWE as his WWE champion. Cody Rhodes looking at the former WWE champion who held the WWE championship multiple times.
John Cena really didn't care. John Cena showed the world that he's all in for himself. You can tell John Cena really is going to be bringing it at Mania. And Cody wants John Cena to be his best. He don't want to see that John Cena. He wants to see the John Cena that we know and love for nearly 20 years. It even broke Michael Cole apart. Michael Cole, who's a longtime John Cena fan, really broke his heart because John Cena and Michael Cole had their tumultuous relationship. He hate to see John Cena like that, and but Cena is that when the record shows and stuff like that, what's going down. But I would say John Cena really paved the way for a lot of greats like Cody, but John Cena's new attitude and newfound alliance with The Rock really paid dividends tonight on what went down. But we will have to wait and see. You're going to get more answers next week, but we know that John Cena will be challenging Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. This match right here will be the main event. This will be the Sunday main event, WrestleMania Sunday. Cena gets an opportunity to win the 17-time World Championship, but under the tutelage and guidance of The Rock. What would this match play, and what the Rock's factor would what would the Rock would do? What factor would he play in this championship match? Because the Rock does not like Cody Rhodes one bit. At the Cody and the Rock really did not like each other one bit at WrestleMania last year. Cody Rhodes got upset, and Rock and the fans got upset that he took Cody's spot. So we know next week John Cena and Cody Rhodes will be on the roof again. So we'll see a face-to-face promo. They're gonna have to have a contract signing or something to make this official. It's gonna be official, all right, with John Cena and Cody next week. So we'll see how that's gonna boil down next week. This was a raucous promos tonight. John Cena and Cody Rhodes having that face-to-face since Elimination Chamber with John Cena lay attack Cody Rhodes from blindsiding him. Did not see this come. It was a blindside attack. What will this do? We will see next week between John Cena and Cody Rhodes how all this will play out next week with another confrontation. Well, speaking of that confrontations, we saw tonight. We saw that Penta was in action tonight. Penta went against Ludwig Kaiser, no holds bar match. Ludwig Kaiser asked, issued the challenge for Penta to accept, and Penta was ready and willing and go. But I think Ludwig Kaiser was not ready for Penta. Ludwig Kaiser felt the short end of the stick tonight when he lost to Penta. Penta getting the best of Ludwig Kaiser tonight, winning over Ludwig Kaiser, did so tonight by doing that to Ludwig Kaiser. So Penta saying that he has championship aspirations. Penta wants the challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what Penta wants. And Penta wants that Intercontinental Championship. He can taste it. I think we'll see a multi-man Intercontinental Championship match down the road. We'll see that match at WrestleMania. Look for that being that way, multi-man match at Mania between Penta and a couple of others. We'll see as well. Also, too, was a Texas Tornado tag team match as the New Day took on Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Mysterio and Dragon Lee starting off strong. Mysterio and Dragon Lee did start off with a hitch. But, this masked man right here, whoever this masked man is, who learned all the secrets of the Lucha Libre situation, worked in his favor, attacking Ray and Dragon Lee. Don't know why they attacked him, but I guess he felt like he wasn't being compensated enough. He did so last week, intervening in Ray and Dragon Lee's business. I don't know what his business with Ray and Dragon Lee. We kind of know who it is. Ain't no question, no secret about it. It's Chad Gable. Why Chad Gable is doing this underneath a mask? That's the question that everybody wants to know and everybody wants to ask. So hopefully we'll get some more details on what's going on with Chad Gable a little bit whenever we get the details. Is there dismay in the Judgment Day? Well, we can tell you this: Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio is their tension between the Judgment Day members. They're both want different things. Finn got an Intercontinental Championship match this week because of Dominic's influence. Dominic wants to add a new member to the group, but Finn doesn't. So a lot of unanswered questions between these two. We know Finn wants new members. Dominic wants new members, and Finn doesn't. Is this going to lead to a rivalry at WrestleMania between these two, Finn versus Dominic at WrestleMania? The question may answer. We just have to wait and see on that. Speaking of that, Seth freaking Rollins came out there after he was in an explosive steel cage match last week. He won the steel cage match over CM Punk. Seth Rollins won. Seth Rollins saying he didn't feel like he won nothing. Seth Rollins felt like that it was the match was literally stolen from him because of Roman Reigns' influence. The Roman Reigns inflamed himself into the match last week in that steel cage match, helping Rollins win. Roman doing no uncertainty justice for Rollins. Rollins felt like Roman was in business for himself. So Seth Rollins decides that he's going to travel to SmackDown this week, but he knows CM Punk will want to confront Roman Reigns that this week on SmackDown. Seth Rollins will make a journey to SmackDown as well. It's going to be a three-way dance when you think about Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. Unanswered questions. This might could be the WrestleMania Saturday main event. CM Punk finally wanted to be a WrestleMania main eventer. He may get that shot with two former WrestleMania main eventers and former champions in Roman and Seth. Unanswered questions and answered. You know what? Well, we get you this. Dakota Kai took on Ivory now. Dakota Kai won her match on Ivory now. Don't know what this is gonna do for Dakota Kai, but she won a match no less. Um, wasn't the situation at hand. Dakota's partner in crime, Io Sky, the women's world champion. The women's world champion was at the last week. She felt disrespected by Rhea Ripley. She defeat Rhea Ripley to become the women's world champion, as well as Bianca Belair. So that led to this tonight. Rhea Ripley decided to do business for herself in this contract signing. It was supposed to be Bianca Belair versus Io Sky for the contract signing. Rhea Ripley did what I knew she was going to do. She injected herself by signing her name on the contract. With that, thus confirming it's going to be a triple threat match between these three ladies. These three ladies will compete probably at WrestleMania. It hasn't been announced, but it's unanswered questions. Rhea Ripley even decided to attack both women from the backstage area, attack Bianca Belair, making her look weak a little bit. We thought it was gonna be Rhea versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Then you add Io Sky to it, add that little caveat to it. Io Sky could provide a filler, being a transitional champion between either Bianca or Rhea. Which one of these women will win at WrestleMania? Where does Io Sky lands in between these three women? We just have to wait and find out. Speaking of that, main event Jay Uso was in action. Main event Jay Uso went against um, Austin Theory tonight. Main event Jay Uso went against Austin Theory and kicked his butt. Well, Theory and Waller, they've been having problems as of late, but Theory and Waller are trying to dismay that. Well, we know that next week, Theory and Waller put the issue a tag team match for next week between Maven J Uso and a tag team partner against Theory and Waller. I think Maven J Uso is gonna get his brother Jimmy. It's just the natural choice. You know that's gonna be Maven J Uso versus and Jimmy. The Usos taking on A Town Down Under next week. We'll see that match coming up as well. So we look forward to seeing that being a match coming up next week. So Maven J Uso still having lingering problems. That's why I think that's why they introduced Jimmy into Gunther's business. So Jimmy will come over from SmackDown to Raw to help aid his brother after he had his match against his brother last year at WrestleMania. Well, Maven J Uso has his sights set on being the world champion. Maven J Uso wants to be the world champion one way or another. He felt the wrath of Gunther last week after he was attacked from behind by Gunther after that ambush attack. So we'll see that being that way next week. Main event Jey Uso and Gunther next week. We'll see that coming up at WrestleMania. But we know that next week will be the tag team match between main event Jey Uso and his brother, perhaps, against A Town Down Under next week. But main event Jey Uso holding that world title around his waist. He wants that world title. He can sense it. He can taste it. We'll see if he gets down to it next week for the world title. Well, we get to this. The main event right here. The Intercontinental Championship was on the line as Braun Breaker defended the championship against Finn Balor. We told you earlier, Finn Balor still having problems with his with Darren Dominic on who wants to be the leader of Judgment Day. That Judgment Day was just amongst each other, but you can tell the leadership is kind of crumbling down, as we can see. Well, Braun Breaker um tried to do his best, but like I said, Braun Breaker did tonight, and Braun Breaker delivered. As we can show you, we want to show you footage and stuff. Braun Breaker. Do we have the footage of Braun Breaker? Maybe Jey Uso. Wait to see right quick. That we did. Well, okay. Well, Braun Breaker won his match tonight, but he got an unpleasant surprise. As we saw, we told you, Penta came out of nowhere. Penta made it clear he wants to be next in line for the Intercontinental Championship. Penta wants a shot at the Intercontinental Championship against Braun. We'll see if this is going to happen. And General Manager Adam Pearce is going to make it official throughout the whole entire match. So we know what's going to go up next week. Well, that's the men's Intercontinental Championship match. This is the women's next week. Raquel Rodriguez will go against Lyra Valkyria for the women's Intercontinental Championship. Can Raquel become a women's Intercontinental Champion against Lyra in Glasgow? We will wait and see. So we'll see how all this will play out next week. Also, too, CM Punk will be in Glasgow. What will CM Punk say after his confrontation with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns on SmackDown this week? We'll get to the bottom of it next week, and we'll have a deep dive on it. Plus, more deep dive. John Cena Cody Rhodes having their rivalry, having their feud come about. We also made them fail to mention that this kid was so sad that his John Cena turning heel. He was looking forward to seeing John Cena, and the kid got disappointed. Hey, that's life. But also Jey Uso, maybe Jey Uso, teaming up with his brother Jimmy to take on A Town Down Under. You can tell right there what's gonna go down next week. So a lot of stuff going down on Raw next week. Um, the main event Jey Uso and Gunther situation. You can tell right here holding the belt. He'll take on A Town Down Under next week. So we'll see that in a match as well. All right. We're gonna leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show with the confrontation that everybody's been buzzing about and been talking about. The confrontation between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And the Cody Rhodes called out John Cena and called his bluff what Cena was all about. Thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report on regular scheduled time at immediately following NXT. This has been a special Pro Wrestling Show Ring Report for the Raw. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you later here on the Pro Wrestling Show.